This is the video I was waiting to do for such a long time, and everybody is wondering about it, probably from the title already, because I say about other brands. I'm respectful to all the brands because everybody know I have a Leica SL, and I always talk about Leica, and when I want to compare it with other cameras, I say X brand, because I'm being respectful to other companies, because if I'm going to start pinpoint of companies, this company and that company, so I'm going to be disrespectful and something wrong about me as a photographer, because they're going to say like you're taking sides and you're being a fanboy and this and that. So this time I'm going to spit it out, all the brands, all the names, comparisons, all these things, and it's going to be a very interesting video. And probably this video is going to make me look old. I'm already old already. Well, I'm 38, so 20 years of experience in photography. I came from the film generation, so I know how is it before the digital world just kicked in, and how joyful and painful was the film generation. And this is what I'm going to address everything today, and I hope it isn't going to be a very long video, but it's going to be interesting. Why? Because I'm going to mention brands, and I tried basically, really, literally, without over exaggerating with anything, I tried all the brands of the cameras, film generation and digital generation. So, and I'm happy because my audience are kind of mature people, not 17, 16 years old. They don't know what's camera all about. They just follow with YouTubers, with the famous people that they follow. No, I'm talking to real photographers, and you can see from my videos and my comments and my replies, I'm talking to real mature people, and they understand what is photography all about. And this is the beauty of the whole thing, because again, a lot of people, like the companies I said in my previous video, not serious people and professional photographers, they follow YouTube with a lot of subscribers and views, because it's an advertising channel. You know, everybody now today, they gathering around material and they having a lot of subscribers and views, and they go to companies and like, hey, what's up? I'm very famous. Why didn't you make me advertise your product? But who is watching these things? You know, this is the question. Like, who is your subscribers really? Are they teenagers they cannot afford to eat, or are they really rich people, or are they real photographers they want to have really good advice? Who are your people? So nobody knows. And this is when companies are looking like a joke, when they give their product away for advertisement, and it could lead to really bad things. And this is what I was trying to say from the beginning. Famous people, photographers slash serious people, that they don't follow these famous things, because unfortunately these people are just building an audience to make an advertising and get free gear and attention, and the companies don't know who are these people. It's better to have a small circle of like 10 people are interested to buy your product, and they say like, I'm willing to buy your product, I just want to listen a little bit about it, than having millions of people just watching your material and nobody cares about it. It's like everybody's going to concert, like Madonna concert, watching her up and down, jumping left and right, up and down, in and out, and nobody buy one single CD of her, because they can go and get it for free, or they download it for free, or they whatever. And it's better to have really small elite or understanding group sitting at a table and discussing something really nice, and they end up 2 or 3, 4 of them, they go and buy it. This is called a real deal. And I'm sorry for all these companies, they fall for these advertising channels, but we'll talk about this later. Anyways, you can check my YouTube video, the one before this one, which I called it professional and serious photographers and people don't follow big channels on YouTube for if they want to buy something, or they want to even listen to an advice, because it's all about commercials. Anyway, today is going to be all about the brands. Canon, Sony, Nikon, Minolta, all these fucking idiot things in my mind. I wanted to say it out loud, and this is the video about it. I tried all the brands. I am not overreacting, overthinking, oversaying, nothing. Legit from my heart, and I'm serious about it. I really tried all the brands, from film generation all the way to digital before it kicks in, all the way when it kicks in, and all the way until today. I want to be honest with you. I have two different brands of cameras, which is the Leica, which is I love it so much, and I'm using it in a daily drive, which is like my real to go everywhere machine camera soulmate, whatever you want to call it, camera. And I also have a medium format camera, which is the Phase One. So probably you see it from my pictures, maybe, or whatever. No, I did not borrow it. No, I did not ask for to give it for a review and send it back. No, I have it. I own it. I bought it. So these cameras, I bought it from my own money, from everything legit. Let's talk about brands and camera and my experience. So other people are listening, whoever's listening to this, probably the young generation, want to be wise up with their decision. This is the good way to go, and hopefully someone will recommend this channel to these people, because not a lot of people are actually gonna listen to this. But take it from an experience in camera and photography business. 20 years, it's a lot of years, and of experiencing cameras, experiencing people, experiencing situations, and this is how you become a professional expert on this, you know, you mastering photography. Let's go to the film generation. Let's be honest. I know about Leica in a way. Of course, I was young. I didn't even know how to pronounce it. I was like saying Lushne, whatever this is. So I really didn't know how to pronounce the name. So I just like, oh, why is it expensive? I was like, it's all black. I did not dig deep inside. I just saw the red logo next to the Nikon and Canon and Sony. Like, you know, back in the days, I'm sorry, there was no Sony there. But it was sitting next to the shelf, and I was like, I was like, so I was seeing only the yellow thing. Now, I grew up in a way with Nikon. Why? Because my first job was assisting a photographer. One photographer called in sick, and he told me, take the camera and do magic. I said, like, what the fuck? What do you mean? I said, like, you know, just help me out in the event. I said, like, man, I'm a computer engineer. I just graduated from my university. I don't know what are you talking about. Anyways, I looked in the viewfinder. I love the viewfinder so much of this camera because it's a pro camera. It was the F100. So it was with an F100, it was with a grip. I didn't know, we didn't know what was the grip all about back in the days. All I know, it's a big camera. And, you know, when I do the focusing. So every time I was like zooming in, I was like, oh, this is like making things closer to me. And I was so happy. And then I was like, he told me, you do have a click till you see it clear. No focus, clear. And it's like, okay. So it's like, I was like, shit, this is so fun. Anyways, I did not know anything about the fundamental photography. All I know, I need to help him out. He was doing the settings for me on the camera. So basically he was, until now I remember, it was f60, which is the shutter speed. It was med flash sitting on the side, on the bracket. It's so funny, these big ones. And I used to have the 85, 24-85, something like that, 3.5, these big lenses, the ugly ones. And he used to put film Fuji 100, ISO 100, I remember. And what else? The setting was f60, and the shutters and the aperture was between 11, 13. This is what I remember. I remember it very correct. And I didn't know about the meds, how it was working exactly. Anyway, so it was so funny. I was taking pictures. I don't know what I'm doing. All I'm doing just documenting. Because, you know, and then I said, like, man, I like this. Can I come again? And he told me, okay, come. The last time, you know, it was like, you know, a few weeks ago. He saw the pictures, everything is fine. He told me, you're doing good, you know, it's okay, but be careful from this next time, from this, not exposure-wise, nothing-wise. He just told me, just make sure you are catching the right moment. So it wasn't like a very technical thing, more than he need more good photos in a way. So nothing to do with technicality. It's to do with a bit more exposed, like the compensate. I don't know the how do I say it? Maybe not the storytelling. It's just he need like the basics of, for example, the event. Like he want when they get in, when they get out, when they eat, when they do the cake. We're talking about weddings, right? The cake, the event, whatever. He want these elements. I was like, okay. So I started doing it, and he liked it. And then I started getting to this photography thing. And then I tried in that area with the film, of course. I tried the Minolta. That was a very, very ugly camera, which is the silver one. I don't know, we have to Google all these things now, but I'm just trying to say my experience with cameras. So this is where I made my very good decision about what I'm using today. Anyways, I tried the Canon. The Canon, there's no fucking way I'm doing this Canon thing. Not even with digital, but let's talk about the film and we slowly go to the digital thing. So I tried all the Nikons in a way. There is a Nikon called 8660, I think. I tried the F3, I tried the F4, I tried the F100 was my favorite. What else did I try? That's very much about it, film-wise. I have no clue what I was doing. I was borrowing it from time to time, just taking 2 rolls of film. I never fucked it up, never fucked it up any pictures. Everything was correctly exposed in a way. Just sometimes it's out of focus or the picture is really bad composition, bad everything. So we did that thing. Now, what else? I tried the Minolta because we were short on cameras and we didn't have enough cameras to go through the event. So what I did is I borrowed the Minolta, like he gave me the Minolta, he told me you're using the Minolta now. So I used the Minolta. I did not like it at all. I didn't like the shutter click, I didn't like nothing about it. It's not about the quality, I just did not like, I don't feel it. It's so plasticky. It's not like I'm looking for metal cameras, but I didn't like it. It's so plasticky. I didn't like the lens, I didn't like nothing. So I tried the Canon. The Canon, there's no way I will use Canon. I didn't like it. I have no chemistry with it. It's off topic. So from that generation, that was really it in a way, really. I mean, I don't want to talk about Leica because I didn't use Leica back in the days. Probably the guy I used to work with, he couldn't afford it. He doesn't even know about it. He was just like Nikon, 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 Nikon. And this generation grew up with the photographers in that area was using Nikon, so everybody was like raising with Nikon. I don't want to say it's their fault they didn't open up our mind as photographers, not me, just like in general, all these photographers, when they teach a photographer, other photographer, something, they need to open up his mind about things. But apparently this wasn't the case with me. All it was the case is I need a photographer badly because mine was down. The film generation was interesting, not a lot of choices. It's just about of like the lens wise, the kind of feel of it. Of course, I didn't try any medium format from the back in the days because I really didn't have time to even try cameras because I was so busy with that studio and that photographer, and I became like the main photographer. Of course, after like 1 month, maybe 1 month and a half, I became the main photographer. So when I became the main photographer, the stakes were coming like raising really high, that I have more responsibility and I need to really do the job very well. After that, what happened? The digital kicked in around late 2000, in the 90s, 2000. I remember he was the first one to buy, it was the Fuji. So it was a very compact camera. I remember now, until now, I have the color. It's beige, like the color of the, like you can see it here, like this color. It's like beige color. Anyway, he came, it was I think 1 megapixel and it was $5,000. He bought it and the dealer came to him because he was like one of these guys have a lot of money. And he told him, I have a digital camera. I said, what do you mean? He's like, you know, look. It's like, oh my God. And the screen was like this big, this big. It's so funny. So pixely, so small. And we connected with the studio with the sync cable because we were doing a passport pictures. So I was like, you know, I was like, tickets, like shit, we see the picture, what do we do? And he said like, you take you take the memory card. I forgot what is the memory card. We took the memory card, we need to put it in a reader, and then it's like, what do we do? And then it was a mess. So we tried the film generation. We did not like it. We did not like the Fuji. We did not like anything of it. So we put it on the side and we start using the film again until it started coming with the more DSLR lookalike digital DSLR. So we have the Nikon coming in with the 1D and the D200, and Fuji start coming with the S series, which is the copy of the Nikon. A lot of people don't know there's Fuji, like the Nikon Fuji, like the D3, D3-ish. There is Fuji S, it's called Fuji S. It's like exactly copy paste of the Nikon D2, D3 from that series. Anyways, I tried the Nikons, I tried the Canons also in that department. I still didn't like the Canon. I didn't like the LCD. I didn't like the screen. I didn't like anything. I didn't like the coloration. The Nikon was okay because it was easy to use, because I'm coming from the Nikon generation, from the F series all the way to the D series, which is minor adjustment here and there. So I start using it and I start liking it. I said, like, this is easier. I was shooting all the time and I keep not looking at the screen because I forget there was a screen. And that was the advantage of me keep going with my work in a professional way, because of course I learned from the first 2 months when I start holding the camera all the way. Of course, you become a pro, you know what to do, you know your settings. So you start seeing actually the actual image coming out of the sensor, right? You see it. So I tried in the film generation, I tried from compact cameras, I bought everything. I bought all the digital cameras in a way, and I sold them because, you know, I like give and take, selling, buying thing. It was like more of a business. And I was looking at all these cameras and I was like, this is good. So I focused on my Nikon thing. Of course, I tried all these things again, like all the digital ones were in the market. Now a lot of people say like this Sony is better and the Canon is better and the Nikon is better. I don't want to say it's a matter of personal taste. It's a matter of like, if you like it, man, really. There's no convincing what you like or what's best. There is no, not best, not like. I tried everything from Minolta, which is awful, all the way to Nikon and Canon, which is the leading in the market. Now, of course, nowadays, you can see there is like Ricoh, and you see the Miko and Deco and Mickey Mouse, and you have all these brands. And Fuji ruling the market in a way, and the Panasonic. Let's talk about Sony and Panasonic for now. Sony and Panasonic are not a really stills photography company. Sony is a camera company. They are been in a business for a very long time as a camera video company. They're doing mixers, which as I was doing the switcher, the live switchers. They were doing video cameras, big ones, like the good professional ones. They're making really good stuff like that. They enter the market of the digital photography recent. They are not really experienced in the photography as other companies like Nikon and Canon, for example, and Leica and the whole thing what we have today. Why? Because they are, of course, they want to make money, they want to catch into the speed. They say like we can put something different and very fast, and we have the sources, we have the availability, we have, right? So they put everything in their power, and you can see now you have alpha series from everything you need and you don't need. So let's talk about the Nikon where I grew up, and I will tell you about what I think of all the brands and what is the best and what is not the best. Now, after I tried all the brands, I sticked with my Nikon. So my first buy was the D200. I went to the store. I have all my saving for almost like 3-5 years. And I went to the guy, I told him, I need a D200, I need a grip, I need 5 batteries, I need the 70 to 200, 2.8. I didn't even know what I was asking. I was just seeing in the shelf. And I told him, I want the 80 to 400. I have no clue what I was buying. And I need the 60 macro lens, 2.8, I think it was back in, the 60. And I was buying, what else did I buy? I did not buy anything ultra wide. This is my setup. I needed it back. Anyways, my bill came to around like $10,000. And I'm like, oh shit, it's like, here you go. I took everything with the golden boxes, and I was God compared to the photographers, because the other photographers were having the D90. That was the first camera came out from Nikon as a digital camera. So it was the first D90. So everybody have D90, all these D70, I'm sorry, D70. And then they have the D90 and all these saving. Anyway, I was like having the D200. Wow, it's Ramsey Spencer. Oh my God, can you come and work with us? Can you come and work with us? So like, okay, it's like, why do I have like expensive camera, or do I have a lot of lenses? What is it all about? I was showing off so much, putting the zoom lens, the 80 to 400. I was putting it on a D200 with the grip, and I was holding it on my shoulder. I have no clue what I'm doing. I did not take any pictures. It was like just show off. Why? Because I earned it. I really worked so hard and earned this position of holding a camera and loving it so much. Anyway, so I worked with some people in my camera and they like it and they love the results. Anyways, generations start coming by. I was passing by the Canon all the time, but I did not like it at all. I did not go through it. So I said like, it's not for me. Then compact cameras start coming out of the market and it's like the point and shoot. And then I said like, why don't I use point and shoot for my professional life? I started doing it for fashion shows and backstages and people like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, oh, the guy is so good. He's a good photographer. He's a good photographer. So I got the reputation of a good photographer already, even when I was holding point and shoot camera, because they know I'm having a good camera already. So whatever I'm having as a very less size, I'm doing good. After that, what happened? I bought the D3 and when it first came out, I bought it because, I'm in a race. Now I start understanding a bit of lenses. So I said like, oh, maybe I need the 24 to 70. Maybe I need the 16 to 35. I did not understand anything about the 2.8. All I understand the range, the zooming range. I said like, okay, let's go for it. So I sold my D200 and I bought the D3. Again, I was God. I worked so more that almost double the work from the D200 to the D3, because that was the professional line of the D series of the Nikon. I did not pay attention to the D1, D2, D3, D2X. I paid attention to the D3. Not because it was a full frame, I just didn't know what's the full frame all about. Anyway, so I tried the camera and I loved it so much. So I was really oh my God, this guy knows everything. So I took the camera, I was shooting with it and I loved it so much. I put the 7200 and I bought also the 85, 1.4, something like that. I did not know why I bought it, but I bought it. I bought so much lenses back and forth, till I got to the range of I have 24 to 70, 70 to 200, and 85, and that is it. And I bought 2 flashes, and that's it. And then one person told me, why don't you have a backup body? I said like, what do you mean a backup body? It's like, you need to have a backup. I said like, shit, really? It's like, yeah, you have to have a backup body. I said like, okay, what do I do? It's like, you go and buy another body. It's like, you don't need to. I said like, shit, I need to buy another D3. And it's like, oh, it's a lot of fucking money again. And then I understand that it was only for emergency. Because in the film, we did not have anything to do with backup. We have a film, you finish it, you roll it back, you put another film. That's very much about it. Not like today, everybody's making a big fuss of everything. But we'll talk about this later. I bought the D300. So I said D300 and D3, they look good together. So I bought a grip. So I put the 7200 on my D3 and I put the 24 to 70, I think, on the D3S. I'm sorry, to the D300. I was looking fucking cool. I go to weddings, I go to fashion shows. The guy have 2 bodies. He can afford it, this and that. And they don't know, I came from a generation that I really work so hard for my thing. And when I work hard, I pay for it, And this is how is it. So I bought the flash, the S900. Wow, the SB900, the Nikon one. Of course, there was 800 before. I bought one, I didn't like it, I sold it, and then the 900 came out and it was warming up and heating up so much. And it was shutting down all the time and it's like it was a mess. What a day. Anyway, so this is my experience. Now you're gonna say like, you tried all the cameras. Yes, I tried all the cameras. I'm focusing on Nikon because that's the most one I put all my energy in, and I tried it. I tried the Canon. I borrowed from my friend because one time I was away from my Nikons. I told him, can you give me your camera for a fashion show, because I really need a fashion show. He gave me the 200 2.0 lens with the Canon 5D Mark 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no clue which mark was it. So it was with one of these marks. It was awful. It was awful. I don't know. I didn't like it at all compared to what I had, like the Nikon. Then I said like, I'm already trying to be unique with my Nikon, Canon generation. Then the Sony Alpha started coming out almost recent. And then I looked into it. I said like, okay, this is a joke because they have two lenses with a camera. Not because of the lenses, just the fundamental of it's a new company. I'm not getting into it because they don't know what they're doing. I know Sony have really good video cameras when you do the video on the shoulder. They have a good switchers for the live mix. They are good with cameras, but in a video wise, in a motion department, not in a stills department. So a lot of people like praise Sony so much, but they don't know they are really not really a camera company as stills. They are a good camera company as videos, and they jump to the market with their nice technique and nice designs. And this one they win people's over with their design, not because of the image quality. Listen, your phone can make really great images. Let's cut the crap. So everybody can make good images. It's just a matter of like the body structure. Do you like it? You don't like it? Is it good for you? This is the way you feel. It's small. Is it compact enough for you? Even though they have a lot of problems from the inside and the menu is awful, it's like, oh my God, I love it. It's so cute. It's so compact. It's so light. I'm buying it. And they don't even know what they're doing. Anyway, this is very much about it. I landed on all the cameras. Then I start going to a different direction. I saw the medium format, the Leica S with the 70-2.5 lenses. This is how the range goes with them. I saw the camera. I said like, oh, this is like a Canon-ish look-alike camera. And he told me, well, look at it, it's big. I don't know what's medium format in that department. I know the medium format is like a square one. And then I said like, shit, can I hold it? It's like, yes. It's like, it's weird. Where are the buttons? Where are the things I'm used to all the time? The info button, the zoom button, the menu button, this button, that button. The Leica only have 4 buttons on the S2, S2P to be honest. So I had the S2P. So I said like, man, I need to buy this camera. So I bought the camera from the guy. And it was so slow and the focusing was weird. And the LCD is really it's not what you see is what you get. The black is very contrasty on the LCD, and the LCD is not so good as the Nikon D3 and the D3 and the D300 I used to have. So I didn't know what was the problem. Anyway, so I got used to okay, it's too dark here, but I know in a computer it's gonna be okay. So I used to do the philosophy of, people say like, oh, can I see the pictures? Like, you're not gonna understand if you see the picture, so don't see the picture, because I don't show usually people the pictures. What happened after I bought this camera? I made magic. I made really good photos. And this is when it comes to a really different area. And then I start reading about it. It's like, oh, this is medium format. It's like, shit, I have a good medium format camera, man. And the lens is so good. And then I start doing manual focus with it because the zooming is like, so I said like, okay, this is not gonna work. And you have to focus from the middle. You have to, compose and recompose. And it's like, okay, this is gonna take a lot of fucking time. Let me do it just like that. When I see him clear, I just click and we call it a day. And then, of course, the SL wasn't around at all. Like, it wasn't even born. Anyways, so I stuck with the Nikon with the Leica S2P, with that lens. I said, I just need one lens and one lens only. And I love it. I saw a lot of people. It's like, oh my God, this is so expensive camera. I wish I can buy it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wow, I'm really in heaven because I have a good thing. Because to buy the the S2P, the Leica, I sold the Nikons, the lenses, the bags. I put money. I even took a loan from the bank just to buy the camera because I don't want this camera to go away. I really want it now, like the way I saw it, the way I want it. Wow. I bought it, I made magic with it. Now, I took it one time to the runway. It did not work so well the rest as my Nikon because when I was in Moscow Fashion Week, like Russia, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, when I was in London, when I was in Paris, when I was in Milano, the D3 no 100, the D3 no problem, put the 7200, ISO blah blah blah, blah, blah. I used to get everything perfect. I was having the Leica medium format camera on the runway. I don't know how to focus. I don't know what I was doing, but I was setting the focus on some point on the runway, and I said, like, I was waiting for the girl and the guy to come, chick, chick. And then I said, like, okay, this is not gonna work, shit. It wasn't so fast, but it was so amazing, the pictures when I was getting it. It wasn't super clear, it wasn't super sharp, but it was making this art statement of the runway. And I said, like, this is what I'm gonna do the next runway. So it was another fashion show, and I went to the same place, well, the same strategic way, how to focus and where to focus on the runway and just wait for the person to come. So I had a technique how to do it with medium format, and it worked. I took this Leica backstage, everybody freaked out. All the photographers freaked out. So I understand that I'm in a very freaking out zone department, that everybody is kind of paying so much attention to what I have. This is not Canon, not Fuji, not Minolta for sure. So it's a different kind of camera that people are really envy to have. The Fuji came out, XT, XT1, the 100 series, all these things. I love that camera, the XT1 and the graffiti one. So I bought that one, not to be next to my medium format, but because I want something a bit more fast. Because I want to actually walk with the person, take a picture with him. With the medium format, it's impossible. So I said, like, I need a bit of, hey, how are you camera? Not, hey, hello. You know what I mean? So I need something a bit more speedy. I got the XT1. And this camera is a sick looking camera. Very looking good. Like, when I say very looking good, it's really looking good. So what happened is, I just bought the camera, and I kind of like, I bought the camera, I start using it for sport, I start using it for everything. There is a RAW department, and there is all the film modes. So I get reminded of the chrome and the black and white and the sepia. Going back to the computer, editing the photos, they are awful. I did not like the skin tone. I did not like the way the colors render. I did not like the skin, the color of the skin. There's something awful about it. I don't want to say it's really bad. It's good, but it's not up to standards. Now, I shot weddings with it. I shot really good stuff with it. I shot a lot of fashions with it, but I shot it because I have to do it in that camera. Now we're gonna say, like, why can't you use your medium format camera? It's a good question. I want to tell you about the secret, how I work. When I go and shoot to public places, people notice right away I'm a professional photographer. Not because of the camera, maybe because of the way I hold the camera, maybe because of the models are with me, because they see that it's a professional look. You know, you're not gonna find this dude everywhere. You're gonna find him in very specific places. And I had top models sometimes. People stop in the street and take selfies with them. So I'm very happy to have this kind of profile people in my department. So right away they know, and some people know me already from the face, and they know my name, and they Google me and they follow me. So I have a lot of people following me in this department. So what happened is, people know I'm a professional photographer, and sometimes I cannot go to certain areas to do photography. So I was playing a tourist guy, and I thought to say, the medium format isn't gonna do anything to me. It's not gonna hide me as a normal photographer trying to get a professional result. So what I was trying to do is, I need to have a really good camera, small size. I know I can do with point and shoot and everything, but I need a bit more depth, more clear, more data to play with, and to know his skin is gonna look good, he's gonna look like a model, and everything is gonna be good. So I was looking in the market, not because I wasn't wanted to buy Leica, I just did not think about to go with another Leica camera. I said, like, I have my medium format camera. And the SL wasn't around, the Q wasn't around. So I cannot buy the M is manual focus. So what happened is, I bought I was looking, I said like, there's no fucking way I'm going back to Nikon after I saw the results of the medium format from the Leica S2P. So I went to the Fuji. The Fuji was fresh, brand new, manual focusing, manual adjustments, aperture, the ring, the ISO. It's like, man, this take me back. Why don't we do one? And then I said like, no, I need to look on YouTube because I want to see. I saw the people unboxing and this and that. I did not get any results because it was awful reviews again. So what happened is I said like, I need to trust my gut and get it. So I went to buy the black one, and then he told me, we have a special edition one. It's like, shit, what is it? It's like, you have a graffiti one, the silver. It's like, shit, I want that. It's like, well, it comes to a cost. It's like, what do you mean? It's like, you know, $250 extra. It's like, are you kidding me? Just to make it silver from black to silver? It's like, yeah, this is a special edition one. So like, $200, $250 to buy for your color. And then it's like, man, I'm a photographer. I need to look unique. Fuck it, let's do it. I bought two lenses with it. I bought the 27, the pancake one, and I bought the 18 to 55 for video action and stuff like that. So I bought it, and I sneaked into banks, to hotels. Well, I shouldn't say these things because it's a little bit of my secrets, but I'm an honest person. To tell you that when I tried all the brands, why I led to one brand, because of all these stories. And this is what makes actually the whole story more legit. I went to hotels, to really private luxury hotels. I don't want to say names. I shot models naked, to have the access to do it naked quickly, come out, go back in. And you know, with the medium format, it's impossible. So I want something, and why it's impossible? Because first of all, it's not big camera. Second of all, the camera, it looks so small and I can look like a tourist. So the point is to look like a tourist or to not to look so professional. Even though people like from the way I hold the camera, the way I direct, they can see there is some experience going on. So I was trying my best not to look as professional as I supposed to be. So that was my sneaking in. Even when I went to really good places, I was telling the model, this is the plan. You go there, you go there, you go there, you do this, you do that. Chick, we do it. All from the Fuji. And then the Leica SL came out. And I said like, huh? And it's like, And I said like, this camera, it's a very good looking model to me as in my modeling industry. It's like, shit. Whoa, okay, let's put it on the side. I'm happy with my medium format / Fuji. So of course the Sony was around, and the Sony was no way to even try it because I did not like it at all. I didn't like nothing about it. Not because of the size. I did not like nothing. I didn't like the outcome. I didn't like the vibe. I didn't like, and I understood the market strategy, how it works. So I put myself into, this is kind of milking money from people, and there's a difference between I rather go to Nikon and Canon than going with Sony, not because it's a bad company. They're just targeting people with the video department. And now you can see the A7R and A7S and all the A things, they are good with videos. Why? Because Sony is good with videos. They are good. They're coming from a really good, educated, strategic background in video department. That's why they know what to do with the video. That's why the video from the A7 series and all these things, it comes good. Not because of the sensitivity of the ISO and all this shit. No, because they know how to do videos. So they combine it together. And of course, you know, they play the game and the people are following, you know. So let them have it. And they're marketing expensive because they're playing it right. Why? Because it's an attractive design to some people. It's lightweight, a lot of problems, but only professional people know about it. And this is how it is, really. So you understand that only professional people know how to spot good things and bad things, and they have to stay aside which one to take. Anyway, so the SL came out, and then I was like saying, what do I need to do now? So the SL came out, and it's like, okay, I go to the store, I tried it, and it's like, this is not like the S2P. This is so fast. This is so good. The lens is amazing. And it's Leica. And it's like, and it come to 13,000 euros, I think it was. Like, now it's less, but it's still the same. Like, I think now it's 11,000, but it's still the same value. This is what's also good. Anyway, I said like, shit, what do I do with, I cannot buy another camera, and I have already the Fuji, and I have the S2P, the medium format. I'm not giving up on my medium format. And I said like, let it put on the side. I was away from the SL for almost 1 year because I said like, okay, I don't need it really. I'm okay. I'm having my medium format and I'm having my Fuji to compensate. Then I was looking at what other cameras in the market. And then I found out there is a company called Mamiya, which is the medium format with the analog, and they put the digital back on it. It's like, looks cool. I'm all about the cool stuff. And then I was looking at the cool stuff, and then I saw Hasselblad. And it's like, oppa, I want a medium format, but I don't want my S2P, the Leica S2P, to look like Canon, or I want to stand out, because every time I go, people look, they don't know it's a medium format. They think it's a normal digital SLR. And then I said like, what else is there to look good? Then when I saw people putting on Mamiya the back, I said like, what is this digital thing? Because I know it used to be to have to be a roll of film, like the 120 film. And then they're putting like a plate of like, the digital plate from Mamiya, and they can attach any digital back. And then there was the Phase One. I look on Phase One website. It looks so polished and so good. And I was like, okay, commercial things, I don't need to see it, even though I didn't know the price, absolutely nothing about the price. I just love the camera. And I look at the camera and it's like, wow, looks good. And it was the Phase One XF that was like brand new out. And the digital, the IQ3 100 back series, and they have the 100 series in general, like IQ1, IQ2, IQ3, all the series, and the CCD sensor. So I start studying my Leica S2P more. So the I2P, why I like still my medium format, the Leica. I said, like, is it the lens or what's going on? And then I understand the sensor of the Leica S2P is a CCD sensor. Now, a lot of people today, they don't understand this thing. They understand it's like, okay, some people understand this. They're like, okay, it takes a lot of power and energy. It needs a lot of light and blah, blah, blah. It's right. But they don't understand the quality of the CCD sensor is so good and better than the CMOS sensor. Now, people don't have this education. They just like see things, high ISO, they will take it. Okay, clean, they take it. Anyway, so I said like, I like the Phase One, but I don't like the CMOS sensor. So this is the reason not to take the camera. And then I was digging deep. I said like, okay, I'm sticking with my S2P, Leica. It's so good. I'm convincing myself not to take other companies. And then I said like, but man, they have CCD sensor, because, I was going to dealers and friends and shake hands and what's up, what's new. And, they have brochures. And one of the Phase One dealers have a brochure sitting on a new Phase One XF. And then the description, some of the backs, it says CCD sensor of the back. I said like, shit. So I can sell my Leica to S2P, and I can buy the Phase One, and then I don't need to use Leica anymore. And then I said like, no. And then I went to Leica store. I tried the SL again. I tried it, and then I understand it was CMOS sensor. I said like, nah, I don't want that. I said like, stick with the CCD sensor, even though the Fuji was CMOS. I took it, I shot with the SL with the 24-90. I was like, wow. The quality was amazing. So I said, I don't care about the CMOS anymore. Maybe with the Leica, I don't care anymore because it was so good. So I said like, let me try the CMOS on other cameras. So I tried it on a Nikon, I tried it on other cameras also, most of them anyways, because there are only like 4 of them in the market. It was awful because of the lens combination of this and that. I didn't like. So this is when I said like, man, the Phase One XF looks cool. Dig into it. So I said, why don't I just keep my S2P? Who cares? And buy the XF. And you have the Fuji and you keep it for like non-tourist thing. So I went to check how much is it. Oh man. That was quite a price. And I don't want to mention the price. You guys know how much is it. And it's like, shit. Wow. Really? I went home depressed for almost 2 weeks, making a decision what to do. I told Phase One, I'm interested to check your camera, not from the shelf. I'm interested to really check it out, as it's really, I bought it, even though I didn't want to buy it. They check who I am, they check like about me, my background, they understand I'm a professional photographer. So they give me the whole thing with nothing, like, with no problem. They just told me, Ramsey, try it. Take it and try it for a week, no problem. So they send me a bag with 2 lenses, and they send me with 5-6 batteries, with the back, with the XF, with the whole bag. So they send it to me, and it's like, wow, let's try it. So I shot a campaign with it. Not because of I need because I'm using the camera, the system, but no, I said like I will keep it for my next campaign. And even though I have to pay for the rent, I don't care. But anyways, they were super cool with me. They give it to me. They give it to me with nothing. Like it's like I just go and pick it up. You know how much is it? I just picked it up, nothing back in return. So I went to try it out. The click, the files were so huge, 100. And it's like, I was comparing it to the S2P. And I said like, the camera is really good. I wanted to buy the camera. I had the CMOS sensor. I didn't have the CCD sensor. And I said like, I need to find a really good deal, how to buy the camera and buy it smart. I returned back to Phase One and I told them, thank you so much. I'm making plans about it. I was depressed another week because I was looking at my Leica and I don't want to give it up as well, because the Leica was like a really years together. Like, you know, I'm talking about years, right? From when I was 18 all the way to like 38 today. So it's a lot of years sticking with one camera at a time. So the longest so far from Nikon, I stayed a very long time, like almost 10 years, no less, maybe 8 years together. And then I have like solid 6-7 years with the Leica. And then I was looking at the thing and I said like, what to do? And I said like, man, it looks cool. The Leica S2P looks like normal digital SLR, and you have a good name, thank God, of course, touch wood. And you're making great work, and look how to buy it, or check how to buy it. Digging. Boom, boom. I bought the camera. Now, I didn't know what to do with my S2P. I said like, okay, I'm having 2 medium format cameras. Of course, I managed how to buy it and everything. So I said like, I have 2 medium format cameras. I don't need both, but I still love Leica and I want to stick with it and I want to be loyal to it. Not because of anything, because Leica don't know me anyway. So it's like, okay, well, back then I'm just a normal customer. But today, you know, hopefully we have a good relationship because Leica Italia know me, Berlin know me, Germany know me. So, you know, it's a good thing. So I didn't know what to do. So what happened is I went to the Leica store. I told them, I want to take the SL. Can you take my Leica S2P? They told me, we can take it, but we're going to pay you really low price. It's obvious. I said like, I have the Fuji also, what do I do with it? It's like, we can take it, but it's like, it's better for you to sell it outside. So I said like, okay, I can sell it outside. I can get better price. I still have a camera to stay with as medium format with my CCD thing. And I will check how can I buy the speedy camera that I need for fashion shows, for actions, for everything. Of course, I did not care about video at all because I don't do video at all back then. I do videos now, but it's not the concern so much. Man, it's painful. Anyway, so I don't know how long this video is, but this is a good story because it's real. It's a real photographer life story after all the brands. So I bought the I sold the S2P to somebody who like Leica a lot. So I told him, listen, I have the S2P, I have the grip, I have 2 batteries, I have the flash, I didn't even use. I'm sorry, please buy it. It's like, I like the camera, it's in excellent condition, which was no scratch or nothing. It's like, just pay me something good, please, because I really want to buy the SL. So he told me, okay, I'll buy it from you, and he bought it. It was a good price, okay price. So I took it, I put some money on top of it, and I went to buy the SL. So I went and I bought the SL. And I said like, okay, I have a good combination now with my S2P, with my Phase One XF, and I have a speedy camera. I have a good medium format, and I have also a normal, not because it's not a medium format, I just need something speed. So I sold the Fuji also because I need to catch up with the game because I'm already a lot of money here, a lot of money on the SL, everything's brand new. So I did unboxing for this and I bought the grip. The grip alone for this camera, it costs 1,500 euros. You can buy a camera with that price. Of course, I told you I tried all the cameras, right? From Nikon's generation until now. I tried the 7200, I tried the D500, I tried the Nikon, the marks, all the marks. I tried the Panasonic, the new one, the S1 and the R1, what is it called, the new one? I tried with the mount of Panasonic, the L mount. To be honest, I didn't like it. Why? Because I put this lens, the 24-90 lens, on the new Panasonic. It didn't give me the same quality of the prime lens they have on the S1. There's something not there. So why? Because I can see it right away. Because I know the quality is not there because it's Leica, man. You cannot go wrong. I bought the XF. Well, I can show you. Maybe you guys think I'm lying, or this is the case. The case alone is cost $1,500. Anyway, so this is the case. Maybe Leica should make something cool like this. I don't know, a bag. It's a really good bag. So you can see the setup. Hopefully I'm not gonna break the camera. So you can see. So this is the XF. You have the battery, you have charger, they have the grip. So I will show you the camera itself. Maybe I'll show you the grip. The grip is so cool. So you can see now I'm not kissing asses to companies. I'm not being so cool to companies so they can give me free things. You can see I bought everything for my own money. And I'm proud to share it with you guys. Wow, it's so cold. You know how long I did not use this camera for such a long time? Not because it's a bad camera, because the SL took my heart. And this one is still good and still amazing, really. It just, it needs to have a place for it. And I will tell you now. Now people are gonna say like, why don't you become an ambassador for this camera or this camera? Listen, I own both and I make great work with both. And I'm sure I cannot have 2 brands to be an ambassador. But if a company wanna call me and say like, hey, what's up? We see your work. Which one is which one? And I tell them this and this. And they like it and they wanna make me an ambassador, why not? Of course, I don't know, I cannot do things for free because, you know, first of all, I'm a professional photographer. And why do I need to promote companies? You know what I mean? Why do I need to say, this is an amazing camera, go and buy it? And you know, we need to have a business relationship together. if I need to promote and say this is an amazing thing, and I'm their ambassador, because I will start speaking differently about the company in a different way. I will start making different videos. I will give more strategies and stuff like that. So to be an ambassador, it's not a tricky, but you have to be not fake as well. And you can see I'm a very honest, legit person. And if I want to be an ambassador for a company, maybe the company needs to talk to me a bit more strategic wise and not to include me as a normal ambassador. And if they want to offer something, we can all work together and relate to, and not to fool other people. It's good, because I said make great work and videos about Leica, and I said if you need Leica, you know where to go, because you're gonna make your decision anyways. You already made your decision. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. Look how amazing the grip is. You just actually you click it like that, and there's a click, and that's it. Anyway, so this is the Phase One. It's so good. So it looks good. Come on, it looks good. So we have the Phase One, and I have the Leica SL. I'm shooting myself with the Leica SL, and you can see the quality is sick amazing, and that's why I don't want to replace it with the, I don't know, normal GoPro or something to hold it. It would be nice to put it side by side. This is have a different quality. Let's be honest. This is have a different quality than the S2P Leica. I still think Leica have a really nice character with their lens, even with the medium format. This have also amazing quality. The back is amazing and the quality is amazing. Sometimes when I edit the photos, I was like, wow, the quality is amazing. The quality is like really wow. So it's hard for me to say this is bad and this is good and this is good and this is bad. It's not gonna work this way. It's two different flavors, that's all I can say. This is two different companies, two different flavors, two different people, two different designers, two different philosophies, all these things. I can make separate videos about Phase One. I have no problem and talking about it, because you know you can see I'm not an ambassador to anybody. I'm not kissing asses to anybody. I'm not making favors to anybody. I'm just being a legit person. Probably this video is already 1 hour long. Anyway, and you can see I'm making really great videos about the Leica, because people wanted to understand a bit of Leica and they are lost in the way because they see a lot of commercials, and the commercials mean buy. Phase One have less marketing, less commercial, and they are like kind of, they put a product there and they don't know what they're doing, and they keep it rolling till these 6-7 people who bought the Phase One XF come back. We'll talk about it. I have a different strategy how things work really in camera department, especially I'm a professional photographer, and I know other professional photographers. I'm not talking about the people are like doing photography like once a month or once every 2 months. I'm talking about like daily ones, because I'm a daily photographer. I shoot a lot. I don't shoot trees and birds. I shoot people. I'm into products. I'm into advertising. I just finished the phone today before this thing in 1 hour, before my actual recording in 1 hour. A guy he bought a brand. I don't want to say anything, but I was just telling you how legit is my work. He just bought a brand, a clothing brand. And he told me, Ramsey, I know you're a great photographer. Just give me a little bit of taste, your latest work. So I showed him the campaign I did in Milano. And he said, like, Ramsey, I need to see you tomorrow. So I already have a job for discussed about tomorrow for the future thing. And I will like try to see what kind of cameras I need to use. And of course, it's going to be, I think, the Leica SL. It have to be the Leica SL, because I love it and I know the vibe and I know everything. And I know already before what he thinks, I know what he thinks. So this is a good thing to do. I want to use this, but I still need to kind of. It's just different flavors, man. I can't say it. If you're a real photographer, you understand how I feel. So I'm not taking any sides. I'm not making anybody look bad, but I still love the Leica. And I also love my Phase One because I own it, right? I still wanted to own the Q. I love the Q so much. I still need to buy a compact camera. I need to buy a small compact camera because I need to get away with these things. And every time I go to Milano, sometimes I go and pick up the Q for 5-6 days and I give it back. But I really need to buy the Q. I really need a camera like a compact size, and then my set will complete. And that's pretty much about it. This is my history of cameras. You can see I landed on the best of the best based on the strategy that I was from the film generation and how much I loved my work. You can see nobody sponsored me. Nobody give me €1 or $1, told me, Ramsey, this is for you for free. Like, you can see everything is, I sold just 2 cameras in my life, my Nikon and my Leica S2P, to reach my Leica SL and my Phase One. So you can, and my one. So you can see I'm not like selling and trading and going into the market like that. So this is how is it really my life. Of course, I bought, you know, my pro photos, and I wanted to have the best of the best and the premium thing and the quality. So you can see I'm all about quality and premium things, not luxury, premium things, quality things, not names and doesn't work, or names and it's awful. So this is what I wanted to say. If you like something, even from a different brands, and it makes your job easier and it makes it more creative to you, go for it. If I'm an ambassador to a company, let's say I'm an ambassador to Leica. If we have a good dealing agreement, for example, and say like, okay, we would like to take you aboard, and here's our cameras and use it and this and that, we still need to discuss what they want in return and what I want in return, because you can see it's about the charisma, as someone else says, and other people like either like what you say and believe it because of the honesty and the way you explain things, or it's all about bullshit production and advertising like all the other YouTube photography channels, which you don't know who is their audience. So you know what I mean? I know there is some people they are ambassadors of Phase One and they're using Canon. And I don't want to say his name because I saw him on YouTube and it's obvious it's in publication, right? So I was wondering why this person have such a great camera and he's using Canon, and then he said this is my working horse, and it's like, what? So you can see some people don't know how to do work with their own things, and they are their ambassadors, not because. So you can see I made a video about ambassadors, are they doing a legit work or not. You can check my channel on it. So you can see there's people are actually not using the product 100% in a loyal way. We have to make a follow-up video about this, I think. Whenever we're talking about ambassadors, we're not talking actually about my history. But this is my history of Leica. And this is my history with the Phase One. So people like see one picture with Phase One and some picture with the Leica, and they get confused and they think I'm lying. I'm not lying. And you can see how cold is it. I did not use it for such a long time. The SL just took my heart, really. I love it so much. Leica, I love you guys so much, and I know my thanking and my gratitude is coming the end of the video, but all I can say that I love your product so much. I can't wait to buy the Q and to enjoy it and to make great work with it and combine it with my Leica SL. And I always will talk nicely about you because I have no complaints. You guys are amazing and you guys been helpful a lot. And Phase One, I don't have a lot of things to say about Phase One because it's straightforward business. I don't know how to pick for medium format in some situations because my SL deliver amazingly. So I will think of different projects for the Phase One. Let's put the Phase One on the side. Let's make it sleep again. And that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the long video. Hopefully you will take it as a normal story, a photographer story / I don't know, podcast. They say it this way. And please check my work. I did not advertise Phase One at all in my website. I have maybe 2 or 3 sessions only. I have a lot, but I did not put it in my website. Most of my work is only from the Leica. You can check my Leica medium format at ramseyspencer.com. I will link everything. You can go check it out, and you can click on the Leica gallery shot with medium format. So that only with the S2P. So you can see the medium format quality, how amazing it is, and how it's different. As a photographer, you need to have an eye, what you want to do and how to stand out. And that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Everybody's commenting on my channels amazingly. I love the age and I love the maturity and I love the audience I have. I have real photographers, I have real people, I have real potential of buyers. So I don't have kids and a large amount of teenagers and people are lost or people want to get entertained. I'm having serious people, and when we discuss things, we're discussing it in a real way, and we are exchanging real ideas. I have a lot of questions and answers on my channels, and I just got today somebody asking about the Q2, and I want to answer him, but I'm trying to see if should I answer it on a video or just reply to him. So there's a lot of questions, a lot of answers, a lot of conversations and suggestions what to do. And I'm happy for everybody is involved in my circle about it. And let's try to make this unique and different. We are not HBO. We are not all these big TV companies making advertising for. We are real people. Again, 10 people sitting on a table, 5 walk to the store and buy something. It's better than have 1 million going to a Madonna concert and they buy not even $1 song from iTunes. So this is how serious companies need to take it. Don't make, and these people, because they will make fool of the other companies if they didn't like it and they start complaining about things, and this is not good for the company. And the companies are like, why don't you just talk nice things about us? We give you free things. So like, you want my honest opinion. So you can see there are not even photographers at the end. I know there's a photographer called Ken. He's they call him as the mad photographer. He used to shoot Nikon so much, and then he hates Sony so much, and then he's all about Fuji. Now, when someone like this obsessed with Fuji, I start hating Fuji because of this guy, not because of the camera's bad. There is something called way too much, and when you do something way too much, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna make the effect it's possible. I remember one time I went to my dentist and he told me, I'm gonna freeze your area to clean and to floss and do this and that. So I was so tense that when he started putting the needle and he just finished all the thing, it did not do nothing. I wasn't feeling numb, I wasn't doing nothing. And then I told him, what was wrong? Did you put anything? He said like, yes, I finished the whole needle, but because you're so stressed, your brain start reacting to what I gave you to, he was fighting it, that it did not numb you at all. So you can see when some people start talking so much about how lovely it is, people don't believe it anymore because they know it's bullshit. Not because it's really bad or it's really good. It's the way you're explaining it, the way you're showing so much love. This is not showing love, this is way too much. It's becoming like really something sick that I don't want to buy it anymore, or I hate it already because of this thing. So there's a difference between how you explain things and how you elaborate about things and how you give people their space and time, and you don't push things, because at the end, I said it, if you want to buy something, you will buy it. And if you don't want to buy it, there is no way, if you fucking, put the sky and earth together, nobody will force you to do anything. Because at the end, you're the one have to give the really goodwill from you to do it, and when you do it well. Thank you so much for watching. Wow, that was a long video. But I said all the brands, I said everything. Everybody's happy. You know my life story. You know how I got my Leicas and my XFs, and you know how I think about ambassadors. You know how about brands and why I hate to say other brands, because they're not really worth it, because I tried them all and I didn't like them, and I landed on the best of the best, and I still love my Leica SL, and no, nobody talked to me about it, nobody paid me nothing, and I'm saying it out of a goodwill, and please don't hate me for it, but I'm a legit person, and you do what you want, nobody's pushing you to do anything. I'm sharing my experience and I'm sharing my love with you, and that's pretty much about it. You want to buy it, you don't want to buy it, it's all up to you, but take it from my experience. Make a great work. I just printed this person. I don't know if you can see. I don't want to drop this. I don't want to drop that. And I don't know if you want to even see it, but why not? Let's take the grip off. I just want to show you this, how amazing it looks. And I don't want to make another quiz, but this is from the Leica cell. My friend just came today and he saw me printing it and he saw his eyes. He was like, wow, his eyes are so clear. So you can see, it's quality, man. So you can see, it's a nice print. It's like almost like 1.3 meters by 80 centimeters width. Wow, yeah, man. Okay, done. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please check my work at ramseyspencer.com. You can see all my websites, everything there. You can see Ramsino, Experto TV, magazines, editorials. You can read about me a little bit if you like. And you can Google my name if you like to see what's up. And that's pretty much about it. Thanks for everybody's following me on my Instagram and my social media. You guys are great. We're talking, we're socializing. This is the best of the best. And if you have any questions about anything you want from any topics, please let me know. And I will be happy to answer it and share my experience with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.